us really got dinner before the show, so we were just making a game plan for what we're going to eat after.
It's difficult. We're so grateful to Newport and Jay Sweet and everybody here having us. It was a little bit of a hardship. There were some songs of ours that Jay Sweet just wouldn't allow into the festival, and a whole other subset that weren't allowed backstage, which was kind of strange. So we don't have all of our songs at our disposal today.
Is that true? I didn't know about this. You kept this censorship from me. You censored me from the censorship.
I know, it's very shocking. You think at a folk festival, you would assume that it's a safe space.
What songs of ours were deemed just too controversial for public consumption?
I can't even talk about them, that's all. But it might not have even been that. It could have just been a personal thing.
Oh, you think he just doesn't like some of our songs?
That's what it would seem like.
Well, that's not censorship, that's just curation. I'm fine with that. If there's anything you guys don't want to hear, shout it out. Freebird, got it. Definitely will not play Freebird. I feel like, you know, Holla Back Girls, band from Newport? I don't think so. I mean, we're not going to do it, but I wouldn't put it on a do not play list. Hit Me Baby One More Time. Also, there are plenty of artists here who could do a convincing version of that. I don't know all the words. But maybe next year we will.
I really hope that sometime they'll let Britney Spears out of her house and play the Newport Folk Festival.
All right, start a hashtag. Let's make it happen for next year. I'm glad we had this talk. I feel it was productive. When you guys drove in, did you drive in or you rode your bikes in past those like little farm pasture areas cordoned off into squares and all the goats are laying under the trees for shade? That's kind of like what you guys look like too. The sunny patches are empty and they're seeking out the shade.
I can't tell if that's a put down or not.
No, I think it's just a matter of biology. You guys have figured out what the goats have figured out.
You could argue that we figured it out before the goats.
I think the goats have been laying in the shade longer than we have from an evolutionary standpoint. That's just proven.
That's likely true, but they're not tortured by the facade of choice.
If you can believe it, none of this is scripted. And I did not know that we were going to end up debating the nature of goat consciousness in front of you here at Newport. You don't think the goats are conscious? Like to the degree that they could be said to have a modicum of free will and choose the sun if they want it?
I think to a degree goats, have free will. But sort of like the rest of us, they're just going to end up where they end up. And
We're
you
so
guys are
glad.
a bunch of sad bastards here.
Yeah, they're here and not at Hosier. We know what you want. Here's our song about death.
Swing low, for to carry me home in fire. The skies of red. My breath's gone cold. A kiss from the cold. A blanket of snow heavens above.
It's in the wrong key.
Old snake eyes, you had better disguise all that appears of thee. Pray for love from the heavens above, laid in the ashes below. Laid in the ashes below. Laid in the ashes below. Laid in the ashes below.